Ever since the scandal that ruined her career.
Are you kidding? That's the perfect marriage.
Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble of finely aged cynicism, but the Yaces are genuinely crazy about each other. They're the proverbial power couple.
Bienvenidos to Viñeda Yates, señor. May I see your invitation, please?
Looking good, man. Looking good.
For more than 2 decades, New York baseball.
Which got exposed in the data leak that ruined Valentina's career. In fact, Yates would have lost
No
his
doubt
first
originating
title
with the
if that
notorious
hadn't
affluenza defense of
happened. I
murder.
guess her loss was his gain.
Didn't know about that.
Can I see your invitation, sir?
No way. Guys like Yates don't retire. He can pretend he's going to be a full-time.
Hey there! And so, the burning question in the upper echelons of corporate America is this. Has Morgan, Yates, and Cohn finally run out of steam?
We've been living alone here for what, 6 years? Ever since the scandal that ruined her career.
Are you kidding? That's the perfect marriage.
Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble of finely aged cynicism, but the Yaces are genuinely crazy about it. Ready, Pam? 3, 2, 1.
Finally run out of steam? I am Pam Kingsley, reporting live from Mendoza, Argentina, on GNN News.
Mr. Yates? It's Aaron, sir, from the firm. I came as quickly as I could. Yes, sir, I have the files. Sorry it took so long, but I had to access our remote server to print everything, and I couldn't get my VPN to... Right. Sorry, sir. I'll be right inside.
Oh, it's just that one of Yates's clients is the rival to the Semaphore phone company.
Bienvenidos to Viñeda Yates, señor. May I see your invitation, please? Gracias, senor. Enjoy the party.
Hello there, sir.
It's the damnedest thing to be
Corporal Black, an employee of Mr. Yates from the New York office. He hasn't checked in with us yet. Would you like us to call him for you?
That won't be necessary. We'll go at our own pace.
No problem. I will tell Mr. Vargas. Winemaker to expect your arrival. You are in for a treat.
What do you make of this?
Well, Yates wants us out of the way. There's a reason we're the only heralds going on this tour of his. He's buying time.
Hello there. I'm well.
First time at the estate. Could you show me the lay of the land?
Certainly, senor. This is the visitor center. On your right is the tasting room, where we have a lovely selection of house cabernets. Upstairs is the dining and bar area. And over to your left are the bathrooms. If you peek over the railing, you can look down onto our state-of-the-art fermentation area. You can't go down, though. Estafa, I'm afraid.
Thank you. Most helpful.
My pleasure.
I'm thinking you heard about Reg West's hit and run. Nasty business.
Corvo, got a message from the boss. Duty calls.
Let me guess, the Burnwood woman.
That's right. Yates has arranged for the chief winemaker to take Burnwood and Tamara Vidal on a grand tour of the estate. Wants you to tag along.
Not for my sparkling personality. This Burnwood woman sure has his panties in a twist. Wonder what the deal is.
Yates' business is his business. Just get yourself ready and sign into the visitor center. Oh, have a drink on my behalf.
I don't drink. Makes me sentimental.
A private tour of the estate. Diana, Vidal, and this fixer, Corvo Black. Black is a threat, but also an opportunity. Yates's own machinations are inconsequential. Joining the tour will give access to Vidal, away from the crowd.
Mr. Yates. Yeah, you mind telling me why? Yeah. In fact, a couple of spots on the tour are...
Nothing quite spoils a party like your guests inexplicably dropping dead. Who were they again?
A couple of old money
Does
styles.
that mean there's a plan A? One where I don't stand a 50-50 chance of getting caught? I mean, you do realise the risk here, boss. Broad daylight, workers around. And now she's pissing on your parade.
It's a nice gesture, but
Yeah,
a
right.
bit hubristic, wouldn't you say?
But if I'm
It's
gonna
not
be
even-
one of these heralds of yours, you need to start letting me in on a few things. Okay. So who's this for?
I'm more of a beer man myself, but
Thank
if Yates wants to bring the heralds closer together and play the modern boss, I
No problem.
don't actually mind.
I just never framed an
Edward's
urban
always
legend
was a bit
before.
aloof.
Very post-truth.
Plus, he has good reason
like
to be
it.
confident. He is Edward's closest legal advisor. Not even Thomas Cross or Eugene Cobb had a direct line of contact. I'd say Yates is at the top of a very short list.
So, how do you feel about Burnwood?
How do you think? She and her friends killed Yamazaki, Cassidy, probably Bronson. How is she fit to be a herald? But on the other hand, people defect all the time, and she's the most certainly qualified.
True. The Constant knows what he's doing. Doesn't mean you have to like him.
Welcome to the Yates Winery.
Corvo Black. I'm on the tour.
Right, Mr. Black. Welcome. Miss Burnwood and Miss Vidal will meet you down by the wine fields. I trust you know the way.
I can find my way around.
Enjoy the tour.
One of the most gifted surveillance specialists ever to graduate from Cambridge. Run one of our interrogations.
You ask me, the Constant must have lost his mind. Burnwood was in league with Grey. She's responsible for killing how many of our people? How could she be a herald?
Maybe Vidal will trip her down the stairs. Those heels are an accident waiting to happen.
Don't hold your breath. Vidal is a true believer. Fiercely loyal to the Constant.
Over here.
You two must be Burnwood and Vidal.
And you must be Yates's garbage man. Sorry, but I didn't catch your name.
This is Corvo Black, Tamara. He's a ICA regular.
I only work with the best.
Well, we're all here, it seems. Except for our guide, the chief winemaker. Looks like we're stuck here until someone fetches him. Mr. Black, I'm looking in your direction.
Hold on. I'll track him down.
Attaboy. Do try and bring him back in one piece. Counterintuitive as that may be.
That was a bit rude.
Yes.
You
yes,
managed
it
that.
was.
And from that smirk of yours, I take it Ether is in?
Ether, Comsat, Hampton, Making Fitzpatrick, Confidence,
What? What is it now? What?
You have some guests waiting. Senor Yates wanted you to give them grand tour. Remember?
If I don't have more important things to do than babysit Yates' socialite friends. It's only harvest season.
Better do what he says, Patron. Big shot New York lawyer like that. Don't want to get on his bad side.
Well, I'm not going anywhere until I have decided if the club is right or not. Bring me the 3 Malbec grapes, says Ramon. If Yates doesn't like how I prioritize, he can weigh me down with concrete and toss me off a bridge. How's that?
3 grapes, was it? I'll get my picking knife. Oh, no, come on. I left it right.
but themselves.
So depressing.
Mr. Vargas, I have the 3 grapes you requested.
Yes, good. Bring him here. Now, let's see. Lovely inky black color. Good size, large and firm. Seeds brown. Excellent. Finally, taste. Sweet, flavorful, robust tannins. Some floral notes. Marvelous. Why, I say these grapes are ripe for harvest. Inform the workers, will you, Ramon? I have a third to contact.
Will do.
The partners create the power pair, bound together by secret and background. All the constant did was make it real. Enter the Destiny Group, a fully legal, entirely
My fellow wine lover. Hello. Welcome to Viñeda.
Hey, your partner.
I do apologize for the delay. The Malbec grape is a demanding mistress. So, I am Gabriel Vargas, Chief Winemaker, and I will be your tour guide. Any questions before we start?
Yes, but you're not going to like them.
We're good. Lead the way, Senor Vargas.
Wonderful. Follow me. These are busy times. In fact, we're just about to harvest this year's crop. Great expectations. So, how do you like Argentina?
Like everywhere else. Full of Americans.
First stop on the tour is the production floor, where our prize-winning Malbec grapes are processed. We insist on steaming every grape by hand, which means that during harvest season, the grapes do tend to pile up. Luckily, we have plenty of storage space. Our equipment is state-of-the-art, including an industrial-sized freezer unit, and last but not least, our trusty grape crusher.
Interesting. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Black?
Follow me, please.
Are you a wine man, Black? Somehow you don't seem the type.
Oh, I believe Mr. Black here is something of a jack of all trades. Isn't that so?
I dabble.
I see. I just thought Yates might be sending a message. My mistake.
So, have any of you been to our vineyard before?
Only on business.
Next on our tour is the fermentation atrium, where the wine goes through its primary stage of fermentation. In these big open tanks, yeast converts the sugars in the wine to alcohol, in a process that lasts between 5 and 15 days. This is also where we squeeze the mass into a fine juice using our grape presser for the longer secondary stage of fermentation.
Fascinating.
Now, before we move on, do any of
I have a question. It's... perhaps we can take a closer look.
Certainly. Lead the way.
What can you tell me about this device? Grape presser, was it?
That is correct, senor. After primary fermentation, the mass is pressed through a fine filter, leaving only the flesh and skins behind. I should add, the grape stomping, the iconic practice of crushing grapes with your bare feet, is historically rare and mostly a tourist gimmick. But who are you? Hey you! ¿Es esto un chiste o qué? Is he for real? Tonto. You have a learning disability?
You will end up 6 feet under if you keep acting like a douche.
What a stupid disguise. You don't fool me. Not for 1 second. Playtime is over. The guards will set you straight, hombre.
Hermano, come on.
We're good. Lead the way, Senor Vargas.
Wonderful. Follow me. These are busy times. In fact, we're just about to harvest this year's crop. Great expectations. So, how do you like Argentina?
Like everywhere else. Full of Americans.
First stop on the tour is the production floor, where our prize-winning Malbec grapes are processed. We insist on steaming every grape by hand, which means that during harvest season, the grapes do tend to pile up. Luckily, we have plenty of storage space. Our equipment is state-of-the-art, including an industrial-sized freezer unit, and last but not least, our trusty grape crusher.
Interesting. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Black?
Follow me, please. Mandíbula mueca.
Are you a wine man, Black? Somehow you don't seem the type.
Oh, I believe Mr.
Evening.
Black here is something of a jack of all trades. Isn't that so?
I dabble.
I see. I just thought Yates might be sending a message. My mistake.
So, have any of you been to our vineyard before?
Only on business.
Next on our tour is the fermentation atrium, where the wine goes through its primary stage of fermentation. In these big open tanks, yeast converts the sugars in the wine to alcohol in a process that lasts between 5 and 15 days. This is also where we squeeze the mass into a fine juice using our grape presser before the longer secondary stage of fermentation.
Fascinating.
Now, before we move on, do any of you have questions?
How about you, Mr. Black?
I have a question. It's... perhaps we can take a closer look.
Certainly.
What can you tell me
Lead the way.
about this device? Grape presser, was it?
That is correct, senor. After primary fermentation, the mass is pressed through a fine filter, leaving only the flesh and skins behind. I should add, that grape stomping, the iconic practice of crushing grapes with your bare feet, is historically rare and mostly a tourist gimmick. But you are most welcome to try. Imagine you're a grape.
Thanks. I'll pass.
Go on. I'll take a picture of the three of you.
Oh, come on, Tamara. When in Rome.
Fine.
Say queso.
May I see that, Mr. Vargas? I believe I blinked.
You there! Excuse me! Look at him.
Say queso.
May I see that, Mr. Vargas? I believe I blinked. No, all good. Looks like one for the mantle.
What happened to your colleague?
Urgent call. Something about work. I don't think she'll be coming back.
Oh well. I'm sure she can find her way out. Let's proceed. Excelente. So let's continue to the barro route. If you'll follow me. So, are you associates of Mr. Yates?
You might say we run in the same circles.
Law and order. Must be very exciting.
It's about 99% preparation.
And so we arrive to our final stop, the barrel room. This is where we store the wine during the secondary stage of fermentation. The area behind the glass is where we keep our most precious bottles, including a 1945
Evening, sir.
Grand Paladin, the most expensive wine in existence. The access doors, which are made from ballistic glass, can only be unlocked from the security room high above our heads.
Remarkable.
Ah, here comes Senor Yates now. I shall leave you in his capable hands.
How reassuring.
Ah, Miss Burnwood, is it not? Don Yates. Pleased to meet you. You come very highly recommended. As Chief of the Heralds, let me be the first to say welcome aboard.
Why, thank you, Mr. Yates. Rest assured that I will be following your every lead. Very closely.
Say. Me. We're about to have a little herald get-together up at the house. Just a modest toast to celebrate my forthcoming inauguration as constant. You are, of course, most welcome to join us. I believe you shall make a fine herald once the training wheels are off.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Capital. Right this way, into the lion's den. Why don't you take a break, Corvo? We're done here for now, I think. Oh, but don't go too far. I may still need your services later.
I'll be closer than you think.
Oh, almost forgot. Cortazar, please nip down to the wine cellar and tell Mr. Flowers, the sommelier, to prep the 1945 Grand Paladin and bring it up to the house for our special occasion.
Got it, Chief.
Temperature and humidity in the barrel room is also controlled by the ventilation system.
Sweet. How do you operate it? I'm a bit of a grease monkey in my spare time.
Not my area, friend. The control terminal is...
A meeting in the root cellar. And judging from Yates's choice of wine, some type of celebration. Likely a gathering of heralds come to congratulate Yates on his upcoming promotion. Diana's presence, a calculated risk.
Up in the security room if you want to take a look. Just... Oh, one of the guards let us know to open the sandwich. And this is it.
just the 1945 Grand Paladin? It is perfection, irreplaceable. You don't drink the 1945 Grand Paladin any more than you would write a shopping list on the Mona Lisa. Men like Don Yates know the price of everything, but the value of nothing.
I am sorry, Patron. Say, what if we exchange the labels? Served him a different wine.
Ah, you are devious, Santino. But if Mr. Yates wishes to destroy something beautiful, I will not stand in his way. That is between him and his creator.
How did he even get his hands on a bottle? I hear the last of the 45s was sold to Sheikh Omar Al-Ghazali for $600,000. Most expensive bottle ever sold.
Ah, yes. A curious story. See, that bottle you referred to...
Hey, that's not how you settle an argument, okay? Yeah.
Hey, Flowers, over here. Come on, while we're young.
Sir, I present to you the 1945 Grand Paladin.
Huh. Somehow I thought it'd be bigger. Come on, Flowers. Guests are waiting. Go on, get yourself patted down. We're still on alert from all those big shot CEOs getting offed.
You wanna pass? I check your pockets. That's not up for discussion.
no se preocupe, don't sweat. It's just routine. We're good. Keep moving, keep moving.
So here's the deal, Flowers. The boss is having a powwow with some employees, and discretion is the name of the game. I'm sure you figured that out already, you being a scholar and all. Don't discuss, disclose, or hell, even contemplate what goes down. Just set your mind to wool-gathering mode. You think you can do that for me, Flowers?
Worry not, Mr. Cortazar. I'm the very soul of discretion.
Good man. They're already at it. Go on, place the wine on the table. I'll pour it.
Decant.
Pardon me. I have always
Majesty.
considered the heralds the unspoken heroes of Providence. The nervous system of... Ah, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Flowers, our resident sommelier. I believe he has brought us something quite special. Perhaps you will educate us, Mr. Flowers.
This is the 1945 Grand Paladin. One of only 5 bottles in existence. The vintage is legendary, the proverbial unicorn wine. The year was hot, the wine's super concentrated, and thanks to hail and frost, the production was small. Only 300 bottles were ever produced. And when the vineyard was bombed during the closing days of World War II, only a single crate survived. It is said to have amazingly complex aromas with long, savory layers of fruit and spice flavors, and a silky texture. Enjoy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Flowers. Feel free to stick around in case our guests have questions. This wine was gifted to me by the Art Society, in acknowledgement of my firm's legal services. It stands as a powerful reminder that Providence draws its strength not from force, but from partnership. We are but a few, and yet together we are unstoppable, because we stand united. My friends, loyalty is everything, which is why we cannot allow traitors into our ranks.
Ah, yes. Here it comes.
This woman has waged bloody war on us. More than a dozen heralds and operatives dead. Your colleagues and clients, my friend, Ken Morgan. Not to mention the partners themselves, our founders, our benefactors. Make no mistake, this woman's hands are soaked in blood. Our blood. And Arthur Edwards, the new supreme head of Providence, is handing her the keys to the kingdom. Now, does that seem right to you, my friends? Does that sound like loyalty?
Absolutely right.
Yes.
Perhaps Edwards simply recognizes talent when he sees it. Perhaps this is why I am also in the running to become constant. And following this childish outburst, I dare say I am in the lead. Dawn.
What did you say?
You're lying, of course. Which only proves my point. You cannot be trusted, Miss Burnwood. This woman will be our downfall. That is, unless we take matters into our own hands. You are heralds, sworn to protect Providence against all threats, including inside ones. I have devised a plan. Together we can make it work, but you have to decide now, my friends. Are you with me?
I'm in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Escort Miss Burnwood to my office. I'll join you shortly.
Right. Move it. Let's go.
I'm warning you, Yates. This will not go your way.
We need to get our stories straight. Diana Burnwood died today by the hand of her rogue Agent 47. Revenge for her changing sides. This is what you all attest to.
Yes.
Yes. I agree.
A toast then, in her honor. Savor the taste because you never will again. And let me remind you, we are in this together.
Let's not take
One
any
goes
chances.
down,
You,
we
go
all
check it
go
out.
down.
Yep.
Here's to
Understood.
loyalty.
Good. It's beginning to work.
Were you?
No. Shit.
Can anyone see him? Hey, are you there? Listen up. Someone's killing people. He looked like a local soldier of some kind.
He'll have his son Corstar do his dirty work, but he won't pass up on a chance.
So, private space, kill room decor.
To me.
Pick up your damn phone. Plan B is a go. I repeat, Plan B is a go. Start prepping the crime scene. Quit it.
Are you out of your mind? Seriously, why would you... What do you do?
Get your ass in the gear! There you die!
Well done. Won't be long before they come looking. When you're done, meet me on the dance floor. Oh, and dress appropriately.
mierda.
Guys like Yates don't retire. He can pretend he's not a full-time winemaker, but if he's leaving Morgan Yates and Co., he never bet.
Looking slick. 47.
It's done. Now what?
Now, we strike at the heart.
Edwards. You know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Too many eyes. Meet me at the Olive Grove at sunset. One last tango, 47. How did you know?
Your deal. That kind of power always comes with a price. What's yours?
I think you know. I am sorry. This is a necessary evil.
What have you done?
Ether brand neurotoxin. Transfers by touch. See, Edwards learns by his mistakes, 47. And as you've clearly demonstrated, brute force is futile. It had to be me. It was the only way.
To get this close.
My family. I know what you did. After all these years, I finally know.
I am sorry.
You didn't have a choice. I did. Providence used you, but I'm no better. All I saw was a blank slate, a weapon to wield. I told myself it was what you needed, but people aren't meant to be controlled. This is a kindness. Goodbye, Agent.